Hey guys, it's Kelly Zor-el here, and today I think I want to discuss my daily routine. So, I basically start out with this Ensure Max Protein Shake. Um, it tastes like coffee. It's not coffee, obviously, but because of like dental and jaw structure issues, it's the easiest thing for me, and it's the closest tasting thing that doesn't taste like a ton of iron, because the majority of like Boost and other things like those brands kind of do sometimes, unfortunately. You do get like an acquired taste for it though eventually. Like I've had it, and ooh, I dropped something. But I also have Gatorade like every day. So I started seeing a cardiologist when I was 12 for a really high heart rate, and I can get up to almost 200 sometimes. And I've been on like several different heart medications to try to fix that, and they don't like. There's nothing structurally wrong with my heart. Um, it just beats really fast. So it's known as supraventricular tachycardia when I do have those episodes, because it's like way above my normal. And even resting, I'm about 110 on meds, like 115. And then on some really good days, more recently, on a higher dose of my new medication for it, it's been actually like probably in the 70s, which is the lowest I've ever seen it in my entire life. The highest I think I've ever seen it hit was about like 193. I have issues with the gym too. A lot of the machines will actually shut down on me, which is super annoying. So I can't really like touch the side rails or anything when I'm running because my heart rate is already too fast. And they're like, you already ran a marathon, which I clearly didn't. But my body says it did. So I also get really tired from those medications because they are technically blood pressure medications. So it's lowering my blood pressure significantly. I'm usually like, I think 100 over 60, which is like on the low side even for me. And my family has a history of high blood pressure. Um, so, I mean, in some ways, I guess I'm lucky that it's on the low side, but it also doesn't really feel good when you wake up and you're supposed to be energized. Like I drink the Ensure and it has some caffeine in it, actually, the coffee one. And I've had to have energy drinks every once in a while to keep me going throughout the day, because my heart meds will make me crash if I don't get enough to eat either. Like, I just feel really shaky from them. And usually, like the first 3 hours after I take my morning medications, I'm like groggy and out of it. Unfortunately, like if I have a big breakfast, sometimes that helps. I don't really know why. Um, Other than that, I really try to like ripstick really frequently. So I spend like between like 8 a.m. and like 11 a.m. in the morning just skating. It's really critical for people with Ehlers-Danlos to stay in shape, which is just like staying active. I'm not saying you need to be a bodybuilder. um, it's cool if you are. Like, that's awesome. I don't have enough muscle mass for that, but if I did, maybe I'd consider it. But I like grip sticking. It's basically like, it's not a scooter, first of all. I get so offended when people say that. But my ripstick is like a skateboard with two wheels, and it looks like a oar, kind of like a rowboat oar, um, but like way shorter, and there's no like in between the paddles. So it's like two paddles connected, by like a cylinder, and basically you're just like sliding around on that, and it's very similar to like snowboarding or surfing, or maybe even inline skating. I've kind of compared it to before. It's definitely like a very specific thing, but I love doing it, and that's what I spend the majority of my time doing. It really helps me remember that I need to keep my knees in a certain place, because people with Ehlers-Danlos are supposed to have like joint awareness. So, like, knowing where my knees are bent and how my hips are in place and if I'm keeping my back straight or not while I'm doing the entire process, I always try to keep that in mind. And basically, it's like a mind and body workout just because I have to remind my muscles so much. Like, you don't need to overactivate, because I do have issues with that as well. And that's a common thing definitely for EDSers, I feel like. I got these guys, so like this is a Ccell, and they're super cool. It's like a little battery pack, but I can just screw on this little cap on my 510 thread, and there's a magnetic connection, and it just pops right in. On days that my lungs can't handle it so well, or you know, maybe my asthma is bothering me because I do have allergy asthma, vaping isn't always great, you know, like you're still putting something in your lungs, and to me it's better than like combusting it through like dry stuff. So like I do use dry occasionally, and it's okay, but I'm not a person who would roll a joint, which is just like a matter of opinion and how it affects you. But I'm definitely a vapor. But also there's these capsules, these guys, and basically, let me just bring them out. They're these little clear guys, and there's like not too much in them. I'm just trying to think because I can never remember. So these are distillates, and so they're decently strong, and it's just straight up THC. So there's like not a lot of extra terpenes in it and all that, and it really just gives me like a boost. It's kind of like drinking coffee in the morning. And it also helps a lot with the arthritis pain. And then I have these full spectrum RSO capsules, which is Rick Simpson oil, and they're very strong. I use these only on like my very bad pain days, but they work great for my trigeminal neuralgia. At first I was not into the edibles and capsules because they are very strong, so I recommend taking a few months to get into cannabis first before you start taking capsules, or start at a very low dose, or even a tincture maybe. But like the first time I tried them, I was definitely not ready, and they're a lot more potent and they last a lot longer. So like the vaping helps me instantly. It's great when I have a trigeminal neuralgia attack on the right side of my face and I need to stop it like real fast, because I used to have to go to the ER for these kind of things and like get pain meds, and I don't want to do that anymore. So this is a great alternative, and it's very effective. Honestly, I think it's been more effective than the pain medications that I've been on throughout the years. And it's obviously, I mean, I feel like it is healthier a lot to my body. Like it's not damaging my liver as much, or at all. And yeah, so my other device is my PAX. And this is basically just another vaporizer. And then you have your pen batteries, which is just like you screw on whichever vape cartridge that you get from the dispensary and screw it right on there. And this one is not good at screwing on. Screw it on, you're good to go. I do like the mixture in most of the strains. I definitely prefer it in my indica strains versus my sativas. Like I have, which one is it? I think it's a pyromancy CBD vape I have, but that has been an amazing combination. The Blue Dream CBD is pretty good as well. I actually think I prefer it over the original Blue Dream itself. The CBD is very helpful for arthritis and the stiffness in my joints that I get from the Ehlers-Danlos. And yeah, I think that's it for my cannabis course this time. I'm gonna stop rambling about it, which I tend to do. I'll get used to the YouTube thing eventually, but if you could bear with me for now, I'm trying. So next I kind of wanted to review, I know that somebody wanted to know my coping techniques for pain. So on a regular basis, when I get up in the mornings and it's like really cold out, in the winter or when my joints are stiff, I have this heating pad, and it actually just like wraps around my waist and it velcros, and it comes with this little battery pack that you charge beforehand. It lasts for about 30 minutes, I would say closer to 45 if you have it on a lower setting for heat. And I strap that on me and then just go downstairs and skateboard while I have it on. and that warms up my back and helps me stay warm down there, as well as like relaxing. I pretty much live on a heating pad. I have a heating pad in my room that takes up like the entirety of like probably from here to here on me, which is amazing, because typically I hurt everywhere from like the base of my skull down to like my tailbone. So that's very helpful, and my cat also loves it. Um, and then obviously I watch a lot of movies, so this is my screen. I have a lot of stickers, and I've changed them like at least 4 or 5 times since I've gotten my computer. Um, it looks used to death, probably because I've taken it to at least 10 hospital stays. Uh, like whether they were ER visits or me staying in for, a few days. And it has a really good battery life. I sit there and I binge watch all of my movies. Like, I'm a movie fanatic, um, also a TV show fanatic, and I love comics. You can clearly tell that from like half my t-shirts that I wear, or if you see the back of my hat that I was wearing last time. I actually don't think I've shown it in a video, but I have a snapback collection where there's a ton of anime ones and all that, so I'm a huge nerd. Not a surprise. I actually used to be an SGA at GameStop, which was fun to an extent, and my boss sucked, and so did GameStop, so, whatever. This is my Don't Panic, it's organic. This is where I take all of my notes on cannabis, and it's a pretty thick book. So I have plenty of time to just sit there and work on my online courses. I actually got it during a sale, and the certification was really nice. So I guess if you guys want to know more about that, leave it below in the comments, and I'm more than happy to talk about it more. When I'm in a lot of pain and I have a ton of knots, but I don't have time to go to the physical therapist, or like, I don't know, I'm having a lazy day, I can use this. So I call it a Theracane, but I feel like on Amazon it came up under the category of rock climbing, which is like just slightly strange. There's different numbers on it. I don't know if you can see that. There's like a 5 right here, and a 4 and a 3, and basically it comes with an instruction manual, which you really don't need. And you just stick it over a spot that like really. Moving on, last but not least, and definitely the biggest, most awkward thing, but I had to show it because I actually really like it. And this is, wow, I really can't get it into the camera angle. This is a giant piece of cheese. No, I'm kidding. This is my giant bamboo wedge, and basically like you just sit it up against the couch and you lean on it. So it's on an incline rather than you just like breaking your neck, because I lay in bed a lot of days when I'm in pain, and I have like 2 pillows underneath me, and I'm just crunching my neck like this, but instead it keeps you at an angle like this, so you're not like pressing your spine like into your neck, because it just feels terrible. So that's been really beneficial. I also got a knee pillow, which has been super helpful. It's just like a pillow, and then it has like a divot in the middle, and you put it like over both your knees at night and kind of just like have it in between them, and it keeps them from pressing against each other. So if you have bony knees or you have arthritis like me in one of your knees, it's helpful because they don't like smack into each other all night and then you wake up super sore from it. Oh, okay, I forgot to add in also that I do have stickers coming, um, probably towards the beginning of April. So if you guys want to order them now, you can DM me on my Instagram account at Misfit Insomniac. It should be connected to my original Instagram account, and then I should also have it tagged in my Facebook if anyone needs, and I'll leave it in the YouTube link below. Well, in the description below, and I will actually officially see you guys next time.